Well, God bless everybody this evening. It is 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It is 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, which where I am tonight. But we are grateful, and I need you all to come in and let's begin to tidy up some things, get some things locked in. We are just about where we want to be as far as our I almost said fresh anointing as our growth conference is concerned, meaning that our time is at hand. We have been marketing and been sharing and marketing this for some time now, but we are actually here. And what I need you to do, what I need you all to do is make sure you come in tonight and share. There's always information that we need to keep you abreast upon. Can someone put it on my Facebook page, not just my, if you would share with me on Facebook, I would be appreciative. Or I can go to the PCF page. But yeah, come on in and let's do this and let's get the word out. So I need your help for just a few moments. I got it. I need your help for a few moments that you would go ahead and come in. And as you're coming in, I want you to be able to let us know. God bless you, Delphine. Praise the Lord. God bless you. Welcome. First one in church on tonight. God bless you, Tracy Moore. God bless you. It's good to see you tonight as well. We have California on. We have Illinois State Council on. I'm representing you because you're not representing yourself. So we can do it like that. But when I get inundated, I'm going to need you to rep yourself. God bless you, Pastor Michael Nelson from, I think you're in Uganda. God bless you. God bless you, Galen Carlos Nelson. I believe you are from Upper Midwest District. God bless you, Eric Rowe. You're from TAG. God bless you, Pastor Rowe. God bless you. Welcome, sir. Everyone come in. Do me a favor. Thank you. Let me know where you are from so I don't have to try to remember this. All right. So God bless you, Sister Tiffany Porter, Indiana State Council Conference on the line tonight. God bless you. Come on in, take a few more minutes, and everybody come in and let's dialogue a little bit tonight. God bless you, Larry Smith, Christ Temple Christian Life Center. God bless you. Welcome, Tri-State Council. Melvina Miller, God bless you. Welcome, Ohio State Council. God bless you. God bless you all. Welcome. As you're coming in, continue to rep. Continue to let us know that you are present tonight. We need you for a few moments to be fully engaged tonight. God bless you, Dr. Averett, one of our ambassadors. God bless you, Indiana State Conference. God bless you, Alice Starworth, California, Norfolk District Council. God bless you. Welcome, Florence Wilkins, the District Elder Florence Wilkins at Atlantic Regional Conference ARC. We're going to be at your council next week. We'll be with you at the ARC Council. God bless you. Jay Gill, God bless you. Bless you. Bishop Jay Gill from the Florida State Council. Welcome, one of our newest bishops. God bless you, Bishop Gill. God bless you. Jay Gill is close to something else, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to honor the bishopric tonight, and I'm going to call you Bishop Jay Gill of our Florida State Council. But welcome to the PCAFI family. God bless you, Justine Paul. Did I say it right? Welcome to you. California, God bless you, Kimmy. Welcome to you from Art Council. Doing great, Art. God, yes, District Elder Wilkins. Yes, man, we're definitely looking forward to it. Always a pleasure to be in your presence. So God bless you. Charlene Floyd, welcome, Eastern Southern States. God bless you. Go ahead and put the bishopric back up there, Bishop Gill. So don't nobody, you know what I'm saying? I apologize. That Jay Gill came, so I want to make sure we honor you, sir. So God bless you. Welcome. Do me, I need some more. If you all that are on the line tonight, if you do me this one favor, if you would go ahead and tag somebody and let them know that we are on live tonight, that'd be great. Do that for me tonight. All right. Do that. Absolutely. Do that for me this evening. Make sure you're coming in. Just Faith Ministry, Great Mountain States. God bless you. Jasmine Garcia. I have to call you. I have to call you, Jasmine Garcia. I have to call you. I have been busy, but I have to call you so we can get some stuff lined up. As you know, we got a lot of work to do. Thank you for your heart and your service to the kingdom of God. It is a blessing. All right. Thank you. God bless you. Keep coming. Keep coming. I'm going to take a few more moments and then we're going to move tonight. God bless you. Is that Kim Florence? Kim Florence. Yeah, she's my friend. She ignores me sometimes, but she is my friend. She did respond back to me today. She did. I think she knew because she was going to be on this call, on this live tonight. That's probably the only reason you responded back to me, Kim Florence. So I have somewhat of an ought against thee. Just FYI. Just somewhat of an ought against thee. All right. But I still love you, my sister. All right. So God bless you all. A few more. I need you to come in. Once again, if you would do me a favor, if you would tag somebody and bring them into our conversation tonight, all things growth, all things Toronto, Canada. We want to keep you abreast. Want to make sure you are informed. God bless you, my little niece. God bless you, Shay. Good to see you. God bless you. Ralph Tinsley, God bless you. Sarah, God bless you. Barbara Gary, Mama Gary, God bless you. So good to see you on tonight. Mama Gary hanging with us tonight. Thank you, ma'am. It's good to see you. God bless you. Delphine, thank you all. Go ahead and tag somebody. I need more of you all to tag more people. Amen. I need more of you all to tag more people and let's get them connected. God bless you, Mom. Solomon, good to see you this evening. You're in Eastern and Southern states, but as Bishop Gates would say, you know where home is, right? The area, you know where home is. Amen. Amen. All right. God bless you. Is that Tishbite? Oh, that's my little sister Tishbite. Welcome, Tish. It's good to have you on tonight. God bless you. God bless you. Welcome, welcome. Who am I missing? Tish, thank you. Thank you for connecting people. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you. Thank you, CC Williams. Thank you for connecting people. Thank you, Stacy, for connecting people. God bless you. Emily, thank you for connecting people. And I see you getting your brothers on. Thank you so much. God bless you. Kim, thank you for connecting people. District Severigan Bishop, God bless you, sir. Jones, grace and peace to you, too, my brother, the new chairman of the Southwest District Council. God bless you. Go ahead and bring some of your people on, Severigan Bishop. We would greatly appreciate it. God bless you. Thank you all. Thank you, Joshua Sylvester. I know where you're from, but I need you to help me connect some other people. Demuriel King, God bless you. We have been praying for you and your family in this season and pray that God will continue to comfort your hearts as you all are going through the transition of your brother. So you be encouraged. We're praying for you. All right. God bless you all. God bless you. Gwendolyn, Trish, God bless you. Pastor Tinsley, God bless you. Love you, man. Evangelist Elder Mims, God bless you. Keep tagging Mother Mims. Now, you know you need to tag about 30 people like you do every week. Just go and tag them and get them all to come in. God bless you, Dr. Ellis. God bless you, Pastor Laura Ellis. God bless you. Welcome, everybody. Lillian McDowell, God bless you. Thank you. I know you're here. Can you tag somebody for me and bring some of them great Eastern and Southern states people in? Why don't you tag, make sure you tag Teresina Chin. I know Bishop ain't here, so she like to be seen sometimes. So, but just tag her, just tell her I asked you to tag her. All right, so she can just be mad at me. I had a nice picture of a dog I wanted to show her. All right, so listen, thank you all. I can get personal because I love being with the family. All right, God bless you, Cecilia. I think Mwamba. I think I said that right. God bless you. Thank you, Erica Spencer Berry. God bless you. God bless you, Marsha. God bless you. Thank you all. Thank you, Gwendolyn Bridget. God bless you. One of our ambassadors. God bless you, Dianaka Kesley. I think I got it right. God bless you from TAG. All right. Listen. My shout out time is here, and so what I want to do is to get started. I want to get started tonight because, again, as you all can remember, we've been talking about Toronto, Canada for about 3 years. We've been talking about Toronto, Canada for about 3 years, and guess what? We're just 2 months away. Can you believe it? We have been talking about this. So many things in our world have changed since we have been talking about this, right? But we have been talking about it, and the shift is here. The opportunities are now here. We're going to talk about passports tonight, but I want to encourage I want to encourage all of you tonight that registration is going to be key. It's going to be paramount. Registration is going to be key. The fact that you need the letter, we're going to get into all of that tonight, but I want to make sure that you're doing your part. Many things going to be going across the lower thirds on tonight because we want to make sure that you are informed. You will not get to Canada ill-informed, all right? If you don't know when you go to Canada, guess what? It is not our fault, all right? It will be on you. Yes, the countdown, Delphine, has begun. The countdown has begun. I know people, I've been seeing new passports. People are getting their passports in the mail that have never traveled outside of the country before. I see yellow cards. I see passport books. People getting birth certificates. Y'all doing the right thing, and we want to celebrate that and celebrate you on tonight. All right. So here's what I want to do. You need to send that to my phone, Tiffany. Here's what I want to do tonight. I'm going to invite our guest on tonight. She is no stranger to you. Honestly, she has been such a key player in our launch or our transitioning going over into Canada. I ain't call her name. I'm going to give a good introduction, and then you're supposed to bring her on. You don't bring her on before I give the full
mid-intro
introduction. All right. PCF, I spelled out. I don't know what transparency is saying. All right. Oh, maybe she wants us to identify what PCAFI is. All right. So somebody can do that for Pentecostal Churches of the Apostolic Faith International Incorporated is who we are. All right. So God bless you. As I was saying, I have a guest tonight. As you all can see, it is the one and only. I call her Your Honor. She is an attorney now, but soon, prophetically, we speak it and declare it. She will sit on the bench to be Your Honor. All right. But she has been just a fantastic tool. If you allow me to say it like this, in the hands of the PCAFI, and that not be offensive to you. She has been strategic. She has been spot on. She don't let us get away with nothing. All right. We get on calls and she is going to stop us because she's so well connected. She actually works in, do you work in Canada?
No, I work in Detroit.
You work in Detroit, but live
in Canada. That's right.
So she has dual citizenship. So we guys got to make sure she's covered in the blood. I want to go too far.
Yeah.
We just got to make sure she's covered in the blood. But she has been a vital role player in this. And I want to let her come tonight. And I want to let her sort of lead us into everything that we're going to be doing tonight. I'm about to pull up I asked Tiffany that hopefully she can text me that agenda. But thank you. Thank you. All right. So, Your Honor, Nashara Pert, we're in your hands. I want you to take it away. I want you to just address line by line, item by item. Let them know that they may still have time to get a rush passport. You just might, right? But let's let them know some of the pertinent things that we need to do. God bless you. Would you all welcome Sister Nashara Pert to the line tonight? God bless you, my sister.
Praise the Lord, everybody. I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm so excited, and I wish I could see all of your faces, but I'm sure that you're nodding and smiling along with me at home, just like those who joined us on our early morning call were. Most of the cameras were off, but I could tell that while they were brushing their teeth, getting ready for work, they were nodding and smiling as I was sharing some information. So I hope you are too at home. For those of you who have not joined us before or may have forgotten because we've taken a couple of months off here because of Easter and a bunch of other things we had on our calendar, my name is Nashara Peart, and I am a member of CAM Detroit under the leadership of our presider, Bishop Gates. And I say this, I think, at the beginning of all of our calls, I am Canadian, and it is one of my favorite things about myself. So I do work in Detroit, Michigan, but I do live in Canada. For those of you who know the area, you know how that's possible. So by day, I am a lawyer, but by night, I am one of those who get the awesome privilege of working to plan.
I like the way you say that, like by day, like in my spare time. Like
in my spare time, if that's even a real thing, but in my spare time, I get the great pleasure of working with people like Pastor Porter, and all those who are literally, as we speak, behind the scenes making this whole thing run, to put together our holy convocation. And I am so excited to welcome you to my home. Born and raised in Toronto, I love to travel, but Toronto will always be my favorite city. And it's going to be even better because I get to invite my PCFI family home with me for a week, and I cannot wait. So, I'll also put this caveat in there. I say it sometimes while we're talking. Though I am a lawyer, I am not giving you legal advice tonight. I am just sharing information. So my hope is that the information that we share is helpful to you, and it will prepare you to get to Toronto and to have an amazing time. I like to consider myself sort of the gateway to the good time, the gateway to the fun. And so the information that I'm sharing with you will help you get your feet on the ground in Toronto. Because we know for a lot of us, it's going to be our first time traveling internationally, which is very exciting. Okay, so let's get to the meat and the potatoes. So I'm going to touch really quickly on what we've been talking about now for months. I pray that you have heeded my advice and that you have your passports. If you are flying into the country, you know that you need a passport. For those of you who are driving, we've been talking about all of your other options. You can still use a passport. You can get a passport card. If your state allows it, you can have an enhanced license. I hope and pray that you heeded my advice and you've done all those things all these months. As Pastor Aaron mentioned, you might still have time to get a passport if you don't have one yet. With all the changes that we've seen in the government lately, I don't know what the wait times look like now. But if you don't have one, please, please, please don't wait. Do what you can to go through whatever expedited processes there may be so that you can ensure you're going to be with us July 25th through the 30th in just about 2 months. Okay.
So just real quick, I know
Yeah.
some that has received them in 3.5 weeks
Amazing.
with
Good.
the expedited fee. With the
Good.
expedited fee, 3.5 weeks. So I just want to put that out there. Yep.
Perfect. So you've heard it here hot off the press. It might still be possible. So if you've waited until now, maybe you weren't sure if you were going, you had some other things on your schedule and you didn't know if you could make it, now is the time. Please do not wait any longer. Go ahead, get that rush, just so you have the confidence that you're going to have it in your hands before it's time to go. So, since we've spent a lot of time talking about documents and making sure you're able to get into the country, we're going to shift a little bit tonight and talk some about what your experience on the ground is going to actually be like. So let's talk about the airport. For those of you who are used to flying domestically, you're used to going to the airport, maybe dropping a bag, and then going to TSA, and then going to your gate. And that's it. Aside from those people who are assisting you at the gate to scan your boarding pass, and then the flight attendants, you're used to just not seeing anyone or interacting with any other official in an airport. That's domestic travel. We're all used to that. International travel is a different ballgame because what you're going to have in this instance is the added element of clearing customs. So let's talk about what that looks like when you land in Toronto. If you're flying into Pearson Airport, which is airport code YYZ, it's the major airport in Toronto. What's going to happen when you get off your flight is you're going to be directed towards customs. And in Toronto, what that looks like is a bunch of kiosks that look similar to the kiosks you walk up to when you're going to check a bag and print your bag tag. They look pretty similar, but they're for a different purpose. So what these kiosks are going to do when you clear customs is they're going to ask you a series of questions. So what are you coming to the country for? Are you bringing cash with you and how much? Do you have anything in your bags you need to declare? Things like fresh food, produce, that kind of thing. Have you been on a farm recently? It asks you, it's an odd question, but you're going to see that one. It asks you a bunch of questions about your purpose in the country and what you're going to be doing when you're there. So for the purposes of those of us who are attending the conference as delegates, so that's most of us, let's say 99.9% of us, you are going to get to that kiosk, and when it asks you, why are you here? You're going to select the option that says tourism or just being a visitor. Do not select that you are attending the country for business. Now, you might ask, you're sitting in your living room and you're shaking your head and you're like, well, I'm on an auxiliary, I have meetings, I am going for business. You're not.
And I say that one more time for the people in the back of the room.
In the
let
back.
them know that what they should not put on that document when they
Right.
arrive.
For the people in the back, for the people who are at the water cooler getting water, the people who are in the hallway, you are not coming to Canada for business. When you get to that kiosk, you are a tourist, you are a visitor. And I say this because there are legal implications to what it means to do business in Canada. So if you select you're there for business, you open yourself up to a whole bunch of other questions and a whole bunch of other scrutiny because doing business in Canada has legal implications. So, for the purposes of this event, you're coming to a conference, yes, but you are coming to learn, you're coming to fellowship, you're coming to catch up with friends you only see once a year. You are in Canada as a tourist. Okay?
Attorney Perk,
Yes, go ahead.
do you
Question.
mind if I try to get as many as people as can to put something in the chat, but I just want them to repeat that they're coming for leisure.
Yes.
Like I need everybody in the chat to just put that in the chat tonight. I'm coming for leisure. I'm coming for leisure. I need you to type that tonight. This is going to be so vitally important that when you get ready to cross and they allow you into their country, that you're not coming over to work to make a check or to get paid for something. You're coming for leisure, not business. All right. I need to see more people put it in this. I want to ingrain it into your head tonight. I want to ingrain it into your head tonight that you are coming for leisure. Sister Nashara, can you go back and just talk about, just repeat what you said, even about the auxiliaries? Just repeat that one more time.
Sure.
Auxiliary leaders. If you sit on the board, like, please.
So you might know, saints and brethren, and of course we don't discount the work that you do for the organization and all that you do to keep your ministries running at your local church and even nationally. We know that you work hard and we very much appreciate that. But even if you are coming with the slide deck to lead a meeting for your auxiliary, you are coming for leisure. You are not coming for business, okay? I want to make sure that's absolutely crystal clear. You are coming for leisure. You are on vacation. You're on a trip. You are not coming for business purposes, okay? Now, there are some who are in the organization who, in separate conversations, will talk about business. But for those listening to me on this call tonight, you are a visitor, okay? Tell your auntie and your kids and your grandpa and your grandma and your goddad and your godmom, everybody is visiting for leisure. Okay. So if anyone says that I said anything different, you all can bear witness. I did not. I said you're coming for leisure. Okay. Wonderful. So at that kiosk, like I mentioned, it'll ask you what you're coming for, which is, I feel like I can hear you saying it in your living room. Okay, perfect. Excellent. Leisure. It'll also ask you other questions that are going to be personal to you. So are you carrying cash? If so, how much? The maximum amount of cash you can carry into the country is $10,000. And I say that for those of you who plan to give your offering in cash. If you're intending to bring $10,000 worth of cash,
we'll take the whole 10,000 that
we'll take all of it.
Absolutely.
But just know you're going to have to declare that you're carrying more than $10,000 of Canadian cash, okay? They'll ask you things like I mentioned about how long are you staying? Things like, do you have anything in your luggage to declare? And that would be like food products, if you're bringing your own snacks, that kind of thing. So what'll happen after you answer those questions at that kiosk, it's going to print out a piece of paper and you'll have to take that paper, get in a line and show that to a customs officer who's going to be sitting at a desk. So for those of you who have never traveled internationally, this is the part where you're going to get that coveted passport stamp. So you might know frequent travelers who are talking about how many stamps they have in their passport. This is your moment to get your Canadian passport stamp, okay? So you walk up to the counter, you'll give them the piece of paper that came out of the machine. They may ask you some questions. They might make a mark on the paper. They'll stamp your passport and they'll hand it back to you. At that point, you'll be free to go get your luggage. And then at some point, someone's going to take that paper from you. So hold on to it, keep it out in your hand. Because once you have your bags and you're exiting, they'll take that paper out of your hand and you're free to go about your business. Okay? So that's going to be what it's like for those who are going to be at the airport. For those who are driving across the border, the experience will be different. You don't have to, go up to a kiosk and punch any buttons. When you get to the person at the desk, when you pull up to drive through, they'll open their window. They'll ask you for the identification of everybody in the vehicle. and you'll have to produce the passports or the passport cards or the enhanced licenses or the birth certificates if you have children, whatever it is. They'll review them, and usually they'll ask you a few questions and sort of send you on your way. Sometimes they might ask to open your trunk. Sometimes, if they have even more questions, they might send you inside to a secondary building, ask you to get out of the car, and ask some more questions. I don't say any of this to scare you. I just say it so you're prepared. So if you've never done this before, you know what it might feel like when you get to either the airport customs or when you're driving across the border. So since we're talking about the airport, I want to mention, and I think Sister Tiffany is going to help me with this, there are a couple of ways you can sort of expedite your time going through the airport for customs. So for those of you who have global entry, this is old hat to you, and you know what this means, and you can kind of zoom through customs with global entry when you're going back home, and that'll be easier for you. Great. For those of us who aren't too familiar, have never done this before, but you have a smartphone, there are a couple of apps you can download that are going to make your trip through customs faster. So when you're coming into Canada, the one you want to have is called ArriveCan. That's the name of it. You can find it either in Google Play or you can find it in the App Store if you have an iPhone. And ArriveCan is going to ask you the same questions that kiosk would ask you, but just in advance. So that way you can already have your answers sort of sketched out. You already have that information in there. And that when you get into the customs area, you can skip the kiosk, get straight in the line, and it just makes things faster for you. So what
And
you see,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can we pause for another maybe 60 seconds?
Sure.
And ask everybody online that have not downloaded this app, ArriveCan. I need you to take 10 seconds and download the app. And when you do, let us know that you've downloaded the app. Please. You may wonder, why are we being so intentional tonight? Like, why are we taking out time to walk you through it instead of run through this tonight? Because this is going to help you. I need everybody that's hearing our voices tonight, pull out your smart device, Apple or Android. I'm not even going to clown on Apple tonight. It ain't
not
even
tonight.
All right.
Not that for another day. Yeah.
Later. I want you to download the app, ArriveCan. And when you do it, I want you to let us know that you've done it. Thank you. Is the app for the airport alone? That's a good question. Is the app only for the airport?
That's a great question. So when the app was originally introduced, I'll tell you some stories while you're downloading.
Download it anyway. But
you go ahead. Yeah. So originally, this app was put together for use during COVID, because if you're familiar and you remember, there had to be a lot of sharing of information when you got your vaccines and when you didn't, and when you were trying to travel. So originally, whether you were crossing via a car or whether you were crossing in the air, this app was used to sort of verify that you could cross during COVID. That's all changed now. So the app won't ask you anymore about whether you're vaccinated for COVID, because thank God we're past that season. But now it's only really used for the airport. If you're crossing in your car, this really won't be helpful to you. If you still want to download it and take a look and familiarize yourself because you're planning to visit my beautiful country at another time and you just want to be ready, then I encourage you, still download it, take a look. But it really is only useful at this time for those who are flying, just to help you sort of clear that customs line faster.
Yeah. I need to see more people do it. Come on, please. Like, download it and we're going to move. Go ahead. Go ahead, Nashara.
No problem. Okay. So you're downloading this app. I see downloaded. I'm seeing thumbs up. Excellent. So while you're downloading this app, I'll explain a little bit more about the customs experience in Toronto, because it is a little bit unique. So when you fly into Canada, like I explained, you're going to go through customs after you've gotten off your flight. So when you arrive for convention, you're going to go through this process in Toronto on the ground after you've arrived where you're going. On the way back home to America, it's going to be a little bit different. Toronto Airport is huge, and it's unique in that when you are flying from Toronto back into America, you actually clear customs on the ground in Toronto before you get to your gate. So that means when you actually land at home in whatever state you're returning to, you don't have to go through any more lines. It'll feel like domestic travel because you'll be able to come off the flight in your home state, get your bags, and go home like you would if you were flying domestically. So that means when you are leaving the convention and you are going back to the airport to go home, you're going to go into the airport, drop your bags, you're going to go through security. And then in Toronto, on the ground, on the way home, you're going to go through customs. When you do that, there's another app that will make your transition smoother. That app is called the MPC app. And you'll see that pop up on your screen too in just a second. So MPC, very similar idea to ArriveCan, but it's just for use on your way home. So the apps do very similar things. It's just one is for coming into Canada, one is for leaving. Okay? So I pray that
I think he's getting ready to post the second app so you can see it.
I think so.
All right. MPC. What's that? Mobile? What is it?
Mobile passport control, I think, is what it means.
Passport control. All right. Yep.
If I'm not mistaken.
All right.
I think there it is.
So this is the one you need when you get ready to come back to America.
Right.
Right. You need this app. All right. So please, let me say this. If I'm not mistaken, the shower, these apps cannot be filled out a day or 2 or 3 or 4 days in advance. You have to fill it out the day of travel, correct?
Almost. I think ArriveCan allows you to fill out your information, I think, up to 72 hours before, so 3 days.
Okay.
MPC might be the same or a little bit closer. It might be, it's either 72 or 24.
Closer. Yeah.
It might be a little bit closer. So it's good to have it downloaded on your phone now. Open it, play around with it a little bit, but you can't actually put in your flight information and answer questions about where you're going and so forth until much closer to your trip.
All right. But because I have another question for you.
Yeah.
Coming into Toronto, which terminal? Because they're going to ask you what terminal is it, Terminal 3 that you arrive in?
That's a good question. It depends on your airline.
Okay.
If you're flying internationally
take notes here, please.
With Air Canada, if you're flying internationally into the country with Air Canada, you will likely be at Terminal 1.
Okay.
Other airlines, different terminals. Interestingly, fun fact, if you ever end up on Jeopardy, Toronto Pearson has Terminal 1 or Terminal 3. There's no Terminal 2. It closed maybe in the early 2000s. And because of that, they took up that space and were able to significantly expand Terminal 1. It is gigantic. Mm-hmm. There's only Terminal 1 or Terminal 3. So if anyone asks you anything about Terminal 2, you know you're smarter than that because it doesn't exist.
No Terminal 2.
There's no Terminal 2.
I think we came in on Air Canada. We were Terminal 3, coming from Louisville, coming from Indiana, I think Chicago, Michigan. I think you all come into Terminal 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really depends on the airline. It depends on where you're coming from, but you're definitely going to either be Terminal 1 or Terminal 3. You can never be Terminal 2. So something I will say as well is that Toronto has 2 airports. So Pearson Airport is the big one that you hear about often, but there is a smaller one that, depending on where you're coming from, especially if you're coming from like the East Coast, it might actually be more convenient for you to fly into our second airport, which is called Billy Bishop Airport. And that one, it's an island airport. Your plane actually lands on this small island off of the center of downtown, but you're right in the heart of things. It's kind of like the difference between flying into O'Hare versus Midway, if you're familiar with the Chicago area. So when you fly into Midway, you're right downtown, you're closer, your cab ride isn't that long to get down to the city. Same idea with Pearson versus Billy Bishop. It's a smaller airport, though the planes that fly in there are smaller. So if you're coming from a close city in the Midwest, especially like New York, Philly, that kind of thing, you might want to double check for flights and see if you can get into the smaller airport. Okay. I've said a lot about customs, kiosks, flying, driving. We've talked about the apps. One more thing that I want to talk about, and this is going to be, I think, a little more of a sober part of the conversation, because I really want us to make sure we get this one right. We know that there are some councils that are sending buses to convention. I'm so excited to see you all coming off with your head ties and your do-rags and your pillows under your arm. I'm so excited. I have not been on a church bus trip in so long. And I'm just thrilled to see you all pulling up, coming off, wiping the sleep out of your eyes, all the stuff, before you put on your big convention outfits and you're looking great for service, right? But for the councils who are sending buses, we absolutely have to get this right. So if you know somebody who is organizing the bus for your council and they are not on this call, please share this with them expeditiously because I'm talking directly to them. If you know that the secretary of the church who has the list of the people getting on the bus is not here, please, even if you have to call her and put her on speakerphone, please, we need to make sure that we get this right. So, for those who are sending buses, it is imperative that you make sure before anyone passes you, again, with their pillow under their arm, to walk up those bus stairs, that they have the right identification. What does the right identification mean? I'm going to run through this really quick, but we should be able to recite it with me because I know you've been listening to me now for months. If you are under the age of 16, you can cross with just your birth certificate in a vehicle crossing the border only. Okay? Anyone else who's 16 or older needs to have, if you are driving, a passport card, an enhanced driver's license. Lately, we've been hearing a lot about real IDs because you've been hearing that to fly domestically after May 7th, you now need a real ID. Real IDs and enhanced driver's licenses are not the same thing. So if you went and stood in the line at the DMV to get your real ID, you cannot use that to drive across the border. You have to go back to the DMV and you have to get an enhanced license. They are not the same thing. Okay? So please make sure anyone who's about to pass you to walk up those bus stairs has the right information. If you are carrying members of your youth group, if there are children under the age of 18 who are traveling without one or both of their custodial parents, please make sure they do not get on that bus unless you have the letter in your hand that says that they are allowed to travel without their parents. Okay?
Question.
Yes,
So
question.
let's talk about the bordering states again, like Michigan, for instance. Are you saying that a person with an enhanced ID that's driving, do they need two IDs or do they just need the enhanced ID? Do they need a
Good
enhanced
question.
ID plus the um the one of the that they used to apply with as well?
Excellent question. No. Every traveler only needs one piece of ID that will allow you to cross the border, depending on the way you're traveling. So, if you are flying and all you have is a passport, that's good because that's all you need. Anybody flying needs a passport. If you're driving, say you have a passport, but you also have, and you're from Michigan, for example, and you also have an enhanced license, you can choose which one you're going to show. You only need to have one. So everyone needs one piece of valid identification that allows you to travel by whatever method you're traveling. Just one. But again, we're talking about buses here for auxiliaries, or rather for council specifically. So if you are the one who's in charge of the bus, please don't let anyone pass you and you have not confirmed with your own eyes the two that God gave you and the two extra that you might have like me. Please confirm that everyone has the right documents. And I say this because I have been on church trips specifically. I don't know why it was church trips, but they were, where people have been taken off of vehicles and sent home. It happened then, and I'm sure with all that's going on now, it'll happen here too. So please spare yourself the hassle of sending one person home alone, the potential embarrassment, holding up the rest of the group. Let's make sure we have all our documents together.
Right.
One last thing, and then I think I'm done. Since we're talking about these buses, I really want to make sure the auxiliaries have this information. Your experience in a bus. Okay. Back in the day, it was regular that one officer would just board the bus and everybody would just hold up their passport or whatever at the time. And the officer would walk up and down the aisle, check everyone's face against their documents, get off the bus, give the driver their all clear, you're good to go. It's unlikely that it'll happen like that now. It's much more likely that your entire bus will have to offload, meaning everyone is going to have to get off with their identification. They'll likely make you pull everything from underneath the bus, and they likely will take everyone inside and make you run your bags through what will look like airport security. If you are traveling in a car of people, that's less likely. The buses, the 56 seaters and so forth, it's very likely that they will just offload the entire bus. So I say it again, not to scare you, just to let you know that's likely what you'll experience. So you'll have to go into the building, They'll look at your documents, they'll make you run your bags through security, and then you'll be allowed to get back on the bus. It's also likely that while you're off the bus, somebody will board it, and they'll sort of look through, check on in and under the seats, all that kind of stuff. So just so you know what your experience will likely be when you're crossing in a bus over the border, okay? So I think those are all the things I had to say tonight. And I know it's always,
Awesome.
but
Awesome.
remember,
Awesome.
everything I've said is on our website. So if you
Great.
have questions, and I will also commit, I don't think we have a page specifically yet for bus travel, but I will commit to get that page put together for you. But everything I've said is on the website. So if you have questions, you don't really know the answers, maybe you missed something I said, go on there, please read, submit a ticket if you have a specific question, and we will do our utmost best to get back to you. I
Awesome.
cannot wait to see you in Toronto.
Awesome.
I'm so excited. God bless you,
So,
everybody.
Nashara, if you can do me this favor,
Sure.
you look up through the questions to see if there's anything that you need to pull out. I'm going to welcome our next guest. So you do that for the next 30 seconds,
Sure.
see if there's anything
Okay.
you need to pull out and answer. But we're honored tonight to have our one of our great leaders, my friend, my brother, our convention manager here tonight, Bishop Michael Ford Jr. God bless you, sir. Welcome to the call tonight. I know you've been edging to get in the game. But
well, listen, I appreciate the work that you're doing, the work that Sister Nashara is doing. I'm glad that you all are champions for Toronto and all things Toronto. And I hope that everybody is really paying attention and taking a good listen for this information. Sometimes I'm telling you what, no matter where we go, we always hear people tell us, I didn't know nothing about that. Y'all ought to tell people about what's going on. And this is only like our 20th time trying to get the information out to everybody. We've been announcing Toronto for 3 years now. And so we've been doing this for 3 years, trying to get everybody educated because for many people, this is their first time traveling internationally. So thank you all for the work you're doing. One thing, I just want to reiterate some things that Nashara has said. And one, Nashara, I didn't hear you mention the PCFI papers that we're going to send them for being registered. So I want to give you the opportunity to talk about that for a minute.
Okay.
But also, I just want to reiterate this thought of you all talking about having enhanced IDs. And I saw somebody put something in the chat that said, okay, got it. I can have an enhanced ID or a passport. And I'm like, no. It's way more nuanced than that. She said if you came from a specific place, you could have an enhanced ID, and that's if you were driving. So I want to just reiterate that you said if you're going to fly, there's only one thing you can have, and that's a passport. All right. So I just don't want people to get it twisted. Make sure you have the right information because the enhanced ID does not apply to everybody. We almost didn't tell you about the enhanced ID because we didn't want to confuse anybody. But so we want to make sure that you make sure you know. Then I've seen people ask questions about, well, if I'm traveling with somebody, or if we're traveling in a car, only one of us needs to have the enhanced ID, and then we can cross the border. Like, no, like everybody needs to make sure that everybody that you're traveling with has the right pieces to get across the border. Because what you don't want to do is y'all drove one car and then somebody gets turned away. Now y'all making decisions on what do we all got to turn around now? Right. And then the same thing with these buses. We love that the Saints are coming on bus. I liked how Nashara explained that too. She with your pillows and your hair nets and stuff, all this, that's great. But again, the time to figure out to all the people that are running those buses, the time to figure out whether or not the people got the right information is not when they're showing up to the bus. Somehow, some way, you need to make sure that everybody has the right documents before they show up to that bus. Because what you don't want to do is be holding an entire busload of people because 2 or 3 people didn't do what they were supposed to do. So I just wanted to reiterate that. So I'm gonna give you another chance, Nashar, to talk about the registration forms that we're going to be sending out in July.
Yes. Thank you so much, Bishop Ford. I did forget to mention that. So, Saints, you've been hearing me say for months that we need you to register, and not just the mom or the daddy in the house when you're bringing 10 kids. No, no, no. Everybody needs to be registered. Everybody. Why we've been saying that is very important, because what we're going to do before all our registered attendees arrive is we're going to be sending letters to every registered member that are going to help to make your transition and your entry into Canada a little bit easier. I will add a caveat here to say, just because we're providing you these letters does not mean that you're going to be problem free necessarily. It's going to ease your journey in, but we cannot guarantee that you're not going to have to answer extra questions, or that you're not going to have to speak with security or the border security on a more detailed level. So, what these letters are going to include are your personal registration numbers, your registration type, the date you registered, your full first and last name, all of that stuff. They're personalized to each person. And so, because we're doing that, you cannot get one of these letters if you weren't first registered. And so, what are the letters, you might ask? You're sitting on your couch at your home and you're wondering, well, what's going to be in them and why are they important? They're important because they're going to have all in one place all of the information you might need to give when you're asked by the agents, where are you going and what are you doing? It'll say what hotel you're going to. It'll say how long the event is. It'll demonstrate that this event that we're hosting, our Holy Convocation, has been recognized and registered with the Canadian government. The government of Canada knows we're coming. And when you're able to show this letter and demonstrate you're going to an authentic event that the government has recognized with its own registration number, it's less likely that you're going to have a hard time at the border. Again, we can't guarantee it's going to be 100% a bed of roses, as the Jamaicans like to say. But it'll make your journey easier. So that is why we asked to make sure that you're registered. So some important dates you need to know. We're asking you to please be registered by June 15th. And why we're doing that is because these letters are going to start coming out the very beginning of July. If you are not registered by June 15th, we cannot guarantee you're going to get one of these letters. We have literally thousands of people to produce these for. And if you are behind, we cannot guarantee after that June 15th date that your name is going to be coming up on our list in time for us to get you a document. Because again, we are literally producing thousands of these. So please, please, please.
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 So Nashar, so because I still see somebody asking.
Looking confused.
And I want to be clear. You know how y'all normally do, where one person in your room gets registered? You know how y'all
book the room, sir.
Yeah. You know, this is different, folks. I'm trying to help y'all to see. We're gonna send every single person a letter that is registered. So you're trying to get somebody across the border because you got one, but nobody else in the car got one. Or you got one, but the rest of the bus don't have one. Like we're doing our best to help you. We are going through a lot of work to make sure that you have one with your name on it. Printed. So we're going to email that off. So you got to be registered by the end of June so that we can then make sure we get it out to you.
Okay, so Bishop.
Yeah.
She said June 15th.
I'm sorry. Nashar and them been correcting me all day with that. June 15th. You need to be registered by June 15th so we can then get this out to you early July. All right. So every single person. That means if you got babies, register them. They're free. Just go on the website, make sure you go to the registration site and get them registered. All right. I think it's 5 and under is free. So make sure that you get every single person registered. We're going to send a letter out for every single person that is registered. All right. So want to make sure that you get that done. Yes, sir.
I was wrong. our marketing team is telling us June 30th. Can everybody do me a favor and put June 30th in the chat, just so everybody can see it? June 30th is our cutoff date for that registration. June 30th, not June 15th.
Okay.
June 30th. Do me a
All right.
favor, everybody, throw that in the chat. I want to say this: everything we're doing, we're trying to help you. All right, as Nashara mentioned, we're not saying you're gonna still have to answer some questions, right? But what we're trying to do is help you, and you have to understand that. So I know, as Bishop stated, sometimes we can just do the one, everybody get, why risk it for $20 or 50? Like, why risk losing all of your trip, right?
Right.
So let's look at it through that lens. All right. I remember the first time I went to Canada, I was going to preach over there. I got to the border and I did not know. I was stuck at the border for almost 20 minutes and I was literally interrogated, almost harassed, right? Because they told me, how dare you come into my country and not know where you're going? You know what they told me? I wouldn't come to your country and not know where I was going. And then he wouldn't let me pull out my phone to call my assistant and find out. I'm trying to tell you, right? This is different. We understand there's different time. Climate is a little different right now. Have everything that you need to make your route as smooth as can be. All right. So make sure.
And again, and to your point, Pastor Percy, we're this is not to scare you. Canada is no different than any other nation. Those of you that travel know that when you come to somebody else's nation, there you got questions to answer at the border. They want to make sure that nobody's coming to their country to harm their country. And so we're just trying to make sure that yours is smooth and as easy as possible. Your passport, all the things that we're giving you to do, they're meant to just be helpful. Will some people still get stopped? Of course, somebody's gonna get stopped for something, but let it not be because we didn't put an effort in. All right, so want to make sure we do that. The other thing I want to mention is just to talk about where we are with our excursions. Those of you that were wanting to go on excursions, like we've booked it, filled it up, booked it again, filled it up. We're done. All right, so we don't have any more room, but we are putting out passport. Which one are we still going to try to get another one?
Tuesday to Niagara Falls, because we're still be getting calls and insights on that. But go ahead. Yeah. So
the one that is Tuesday, the one is Tuesday morning to Niagara Falls. This would be our third bus. So that if you want to do that, you can go on the website and you can pre-order. And if we can get enough people to do the third bus, we'll do the third bus. All right. So I want to just make sure that you are knowing that that's available. As far as the parking, those of you that are driving and are going to be doing parking, all right, we got that fantastic rate for you to be able to park in the garage. And some people ask me where it was at. So the parking garage is literally in front of the Sheraton. And then on the other side, it's in front of the Marriott.
So it's 2.5 minutes from each hotel.
Yeah, literally. So 2.5 minutes from each hotel. So it's right smack in the middle. So it was actually the perfect spot. But those parking spaces, those parking passes are running out. We only have just a few left. So if you're driving, grab your parking pass. All right. You can find that online. Those of you that want it, scooters. I'm pretty sure, Pastor Port, I believe we are out of scooters.
I have 4 wheelchairs left.
Okay, so we're down to 4 wheelchairs. All right. So again, those are things that we tried to get great rates for all these things. So we want to make sure that you know that those things are still, just a couple of things are still available. As far as the rooms are concerned, the rooms are fully booked, and we've done that. We've got you the Overflow Hotel. It got booked. We tried to get some more rooms to the Overflow Hotel, did it, and that got booked. All right. So what I'm saying now, what I want to tell you now is for those of you that still you have a room, and if you hear about somebody who for some reason is needing to cancel their room, tell them don't cancel their room. Let's try to get a little list together just in case some people still are trying to come, and maybe we can swap that out with somebody else. So I want you
Bishop,
to reach out to, yes, sir.
what should that process be? Because I'm having them repeat everything that we need them to lock in on tonight. All right.
So I'm gonna have Trustee Florence, if she would put her information in the chat, and you can send it right to the information, your confirmation and all that information. You can send it to Trustee Kim Florence, and I'm sure she'll put her information in the chat, and you can reach out to her and see if we can't coordinate something for that.
Okay, so just to be clear, Bishop, anybody that you know on this line tonight that have changed their plans, something's happened, they're not coming, but they have registered for a room, please tell them do not call the hotel to cancel the room. All right. It is safe to say we can probably get you paid your deposit if you follow our steps. So Sister Kim is getting ready to drop her email in the line. All right. There it is. That's Sister Kim Florence. She is handling the rooms with Bishop Ford. If you know someone is not coming, have them email Kim reservation number and all the contact information that they need, and we'll do our best to get that room transition sold for you into another room, into another name. All right. So please follow that tonight.
Another thing, I see somebody put something in the chat, and it's a good question because I've seen it before. If you booked outside of our platform, and then you just call the hotel to try to get a room or something, I promise you, when you show up, you will be not on the PCFI rate. You will be on the rate of the hotel, which I believe is about $400 a night. So if you've done that, I don't know what to do for you. You're going to need to see if you can get on a list. Maybe that's something too we need to start to Deacon Heath, if you're listening, maybe we need a wait list for hotel rooms for those people who need a room and need to cancel whatever room they got in another place or outside of our room block. So let's look at doing that, and maybe we can have that for you on the website. So look out for that for those people that are wanting to either exchange a room or need a room. We can start a little waiting list for that. Let's see. Are there any other questions in the chat that you see?
There was one, Bishop, if I could.
Yes.
That I saw that's a good question, and I think we should clarify. So somebody asked a while ago whether or not everybody in your vehicle, if you're driving across the border, has to have the same kind of identification. Good question. The answer is no. So for example, if somebody has a passport and somebody else has a passport card, and somebody else is a child 15 years old and they have a birth certificate, that's fine. So long as you know that the type of ID you have is valid and is going to allow you to cross the border driving, then you can all have different kinds. It doesn't have to be the same. Okay. And something else I'll mention just because it came to mind with something I just said, validity. We've talked about this a while ago, but I want to say it again tonight. Whatever document you use to cross the border, so your passport, your enhanced license, your passport card, whatever it is, needs to be valid for 6 months beyond the date you go home.
Yep.
So if you're looking at your passport and your passport, oh, that's fine. My passport expires, July 29th. I can get out of the country and I can go home and come back for the couple of days and I'll be fine. You won't be fine. You need to have 6 months of validity on your travel document beyond the date that you plan to return home. So if you plan to return home on July 31st, your passport or whatever it is, whatever document needs to be good for another 6 months. Otherwise, when you're trying to come into Canada, they may tell you that you cannot come. Just want to be super clear about that, okay? So make sure you have enough validity from the date you are going home not the date you are entering the country, the date you are going home. Okay, that's all I have to say.
That's great information. I'm glad I hope everybody's paying attention to this information and getting it out to your friends. You know, some people don't really check in to the week of the convention. And like, all right, I'm getting ready to pack. I'm ready to go. And they haven't listened or chimed into anything that we've done. So I want you to please make sure you get the word out. The other thing I want to mention is if you have questions, you don't have to wait till these meetings show up. Go to the website. We have populated everything on the website. Somebody throw that in the chat too, the PCFI website. Make sure that you go check out the website and make sure you see that this all the information. Go to the conference sites. Like once you go on the website, then there's a thing that says a conference site. Hit that, and all that information will populate everything that you need to know about the conference. Somebody said, I think I see somebody in the chat was asking about parking passes. Where do you purchase those at? Online, on the PCFI website, on the conference site. You can find it there. Also, those of you that download the PCFI app, it will be available again or will be go live again, I believe, starting next week. So you can look for the PCFI app starting next week, and it will have everything, including all of these videos that we have done. They'll put all of those on there also. All right. So any questions that you may have, trust me, that information is there. If not, feel free, reach out to one of us. We'll be glad to see how we can answer. This team is certainly here to serve you and to make sure that this conference is going to be what it's going to be, and that is the greatest conference that we have ever put on before. And to have it done in Toronto, this is going to be the biggest conference that the PCFI has ever had. So I'm so glad that you're going to have an opportunity to be a part of it. Passport, I think that was all.
Somebody's telling me that the parking passes may be sold out. Wow. I will, if it's telling you that.
What was it? As of 2 days ago, it wasn't sold out. But, man.
Hey.
You know what they say about the early bird?
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Listen, if parking passes are sold out, I'm going to pray for your vehicle that it will sort of be invisible.
Yeah. So we'll have to look at that because when they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah.
What I will say,
I'll double check that tomorrow.
All right. And what I would say is remember, those of you that are going to get parking passes, whether you're staying at the Marriott or whether you're staying at the Sheraton, to pick up your parking pass, you're going to have to come to the Sheraton. All
Absolutely.
right. And we're going to have a table set up in the lobby of the Sheraton for anybody who has their passports. Anybody has their passes for parking. You can come pick those up starting on, I believe, Thursday or Wednesday. So probably mid-afternoon on Wednesday, yes. You can start picking those up. Let me also mention on the website, if you're looking for flights, all right, you need to we have flight discounts from Delta, Porter Air. What else we got? Canadian Air. I thought it was United.
Canadian Train.
Yep. So all of those are on there. And one thing we kind of discussed this morning was if you're going to put the discount in, you have to put the discount in, purchase your ticket before you put baggage in. If you put baggage in, it will cancel out your discount because it was never meant to give you a discount on the baggage. It's only going to give you a discount on the flight ticket. All right, so get that word out. Also, if somebody's having trouble saying, man, the discount won't work, you need to make sure that you're not purchasing your luggage travel before you purchase your just regular travel. All right.
A few more things. That's a good question, Sister D. There will be no nicknames in your travel to Canada. Right? Any name that's on your ID is who you must be in the registered letter.
Yeah.
Right? Make sure your ID, your passport, your enhanced, all of that says your name, not abbreviated, right? I call you D, Well, you're Denisa, all right? So you got to be Denisa when you come to Canada, all right? A few more things. Be mindful. I need to talk about the youth excursion. The youth excursion. Tiffany, if you have that flyer, please, if you're able to, throw that up there. Pastor Sears and his staff, there is a youth excursion. I know you haven't been hearing about it, but tickets are being sold. And everybody that want your youth to participate, they're going to Canada Wonderland, the amusement park. They do this every year wherever they go. All right. So on Monday, it is a $95 cost. But let me tell you what that includes. That is your transportation. That is a meal. That is your food, your entry into the park. All right. You have everything is included in the $95 rate. All right. It's leaving in the morning. It's coming back by 5:30 that evening. Again, a small, this is such an incredible price. If you know your children, you want them to be on the excursion with the youth on Monday, which is the 28th, I believe it is. Is that the 28th? All right. Yep, Monday the 28th. Mm-hmm. They're going to Canada's Wonderland. Maybe you want to go with them. That's fine. All right. Let me say, they have the yellow buses. They have 2 yellow buses, school yellow buses that are ready to take your children. They don't have the nice coach on Tuesday going to Niagara Falls. You got the wonderful, relaxed coach. On Monday, they have a different bus, but that bus is $95. Yes, the transportation, a meal, and your ticket into the park. If that's what you want to do on Monday, make sure even that is on the site so you can be a part of that. All right. Bishop, our next ambassadors meeting is going to be the 25th.
Yeah. So again, those of you that I believe we now have an ambassador representing over 130 churches and the councils. All right. The problem with some of the ambassadors, let me tell on some of them, you might want to check and see if your ambassador shows up to any of the meetings because we generally have about 45, 50 ambassadors show up to the meeting. That means about 75 of them don't get any information. So I want to make sure that you check on your ambassador, see what they're doing. They might need to be replaced. But anyway, so check on them ambassadors. Make sure you got a good one. The other thing I want to mention is PTI 28. All right, PTI 28 was is that Tuesday and Wednesday. All right, Tuesday and Wednesday. So I want to make sure that you are registered. If you are a preacher, you a minister, you want to be a part of that great thing. Elder Porter, you want to just mention anything about that?
Yes. So on Tuesday and Wednesday, that registration fee of $100, that is going to give you breakfast 2 days, and that's going to give you lunch for 2 days. And we're not skimping on this. All right. We want to make sure that our preachers, our pastors, and look, this is a preacher on any spectrum of ministry. You can be the beginning preacher. Listen, you can take your test on Saturday, all right, and pass it and be able to come on Tuesday and Wednesday, all right? We need every preacher. This has been phenomenal. Our virtual sessions have been incredible with Bishop Morton, has been life-changing. You do not want to miss what's going to happen on the grounds in Toronto on that Tuesday and Wednesday. Again, breakfast and a full lunch is going to be prepared for you. We're not I think the first day we end about 3:30, maybe 4. The second day, Bishop, we end at 2:15. You want to tell them why? Because
we'll have the business meeting after that. But then remember, ordination service is on Wednesday night. Then also remember that we have those of you that are taking the ordination test. Remember that is on Saturday morning,
8 a.m.
In the a.m. And then is there any other particular things that they just need to know about right now?
I don't think so, Bishop. I think everything else will be emailed to the pastors as far as boardroom meetings and such like that. You know your auxiliary meetings. You know all the auxiliary leaders. You know we meet with the presider on Friday. You need to be in Thursday. Let me say that again. Every auxiliary worker, leader, you need to be in Thursday. You need to be in Thursday because Friday morning we meet with the presider. He's not meeting with us at the end of conference anymore. He meet with us at the beginning of conference before we do opening service. Presiding bishop and his teams meet with all auxiliary leaders. So you need to be in place on Thursday. The scooters will also be available starting on Wednesday. So if you have registered, okay, all right, thank you, Evangelist. If you have registered for a scooter, make sure that you can start picking them up on Wednesday. I think about between 2 and 4 o'clock. Those should be available. All right.
Two things that's in the chat. One, those of you that are registering, are those that want to attend the conference but cannot attend in person. Remember this, that we have made the experience where every one of our seminars, where every one of our sessions, remember that you can attend those things virtually by registering. Now, as far as PTI 28, I think we are working on that part. I don't know if it's official yet.
Bishop, it is official.
Okay.
The main sessions in the main room, which is all of our guests, the presider and all of our guests, you will have those sessions in a Zoom type setting.
Okay.
All right. So yes, you need to register for those. That same cost, it really costs, to be honest with you, it costs us more money.
Yeah, it costs
to
more.
service you at home than it does to service you on the ground.
People don't realize the cost of the technology to put in everything works right. But
yes,
the other question I've seen in the chat that I think is a great question. Somebody asked about can you change the date of your arrival or your departure? Let me say this, and it's a great question. We get this happen every year. You told the hotel you were going to arrive on Thursday, but you didn't arrive till Friday. And then they took your money for Thursday, and then they canceled your room for the rest of the week because you was a no-show. All right? Please don't do that. If you need to make a change to your room, make a change to your room. It's okay. You can go back on the registration site, or you can contact the hotel directly and ask them to change your room arrival or your room departure time. All right. So make sure you do that, because if you don't show up on the day you said you was going to show up, they will cancel your room for the entire week. All right. So we don't want that to happen to you.
Awesome. All right. My last announcement is, Tiffany, you can put that flyer on the screen. You all have been hearing, you've been seeing it online. Our International Marriage and Family Auxiliary is hosting an event. It'll be May the 30th and May 31 right here or in Indianapolis, Indiana, at our presiding bishop's church. All right. You see the flyer. It is entitled Until Death Do Us Part. They would love to have your attendance, to be a part of that. Our presiding bishop has opened the doors of his church to host that particular production. So make sure that you all come. It's free of charge. And they're feeding you. They're feeding you Friday night and Saturday. It's going to be love, but they do need a head count of who's going to be coming. So make sure if you can do the QR code, do that. Let them know you're coming, and then reach out to either Bishop Fair, Sister Daniels, or the Bellamy's and let them know you want to be a part of that. It's going to be a blessing. I believe it's going to be great. All right. Bishop, you have anything else?
Well, one last thing. Somebody was asking about, somebody asked about, so the preachers won't be able to go to the falls. Y'all have to miss the falls and get a word for how to preach better. So
Bishop Edwards, you can stay up a few days and take your wife, or come in a few days earlier and take your wife. And, just send you pictures.
The other thing is somebody asked about all access. What does all access get? So generally, what all access is you in different lines for register. When you're picking up your registration stuff, you get to come early and pick registration stuff up. There's early seating and I'm gonna tell you something. Let me just be plain and be honest. It's gonna be packed.
Listen, tell them.
I'm just gonna tell you. It is going to be packed. And so you're going to want early seating.
Because the church door is going to open soon. I mean, it's going to open early, right?
Yeah, so all access will get you to the earlier opening of the doors. There's a section where you can come in And then also when it's time seminars, what we generally do is we have a little snack and coffee and tea area that is made for just our all access people. So just a little perk for those people who want to have a little something extra for when they come. Sometime, and it's trust me, you're getting way more than the $20 we asked you for your
Bishop, it's only $20.
Yeah, it's only $20.
Really? So let me say this, and we're going to close. Everybody that has already registered, and thank you. You've done a fine job so far. We know numbers are still going to go up. But if that's you and you say, man, I heard that tonight, I think I want to be a part of all access, go back and add the $20. That's please. Again, don't think we try to get nothing from you. We really try to get access to you. All right. I know you hear that and say, nah, trust me when I tell you, Canada's going to be that place that you're going to want to make sure that you are fully vested in everything that we do. All right.
Somebody asked, can they bring their own scooter to Canada? I don't think there's nothing against bringing your own scooter to Canada.
If you can fit it in your car, sure.
Yeah. Just make sure that you obey the speed limit.
Right. Yes. Right. Definitely not.
You can't soup up your engine.
Some people can bring them on the planes too. So you just got to figure out how to do that.
Yeah. I will say this, family. Let me say this. I'm closing. This is one of them years you don't want to lose keys. You do not want to lose keys to them scooters. All right. This year it's a $50 replacement for any key that they had to bring back out there. $50. That ain't my fee. That's their fee. All right. So you don't want to lose keys. You don't want to give them to little baby boys and have them in trouble. Nope. Hold on to your key because you're gonna definitely need it or you're gonna pay for it. All right.
Bless you, everybody. Appreciate y'all's time.
Thank you all. Love you all. Have a tremendous evening. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
May 25th.
Thank you,
May
Nashara.
25th is the next ambassador meeting. May 25th. May 25th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Bless you, everybody.
All right. Good night. Bless you.